All right, on this episode of Bouts Talking Bouts, we have quite the fight coming up. It is Bibiano Fernandes against John Lineker, and hanging in the balance is that bantamweight world championship. One lights out that is going down on March the 11th from Singapore Indoor Stadium. And always fun having Bibiano on the show. How's everything going, man? It seems like you're en route to the fight there.
Well, I'm very excited. I feel good. I'm ready. My weight is good. Everything's perfect for me. I want to go back there one more time in Singapore to defend my belt. And yeah, I was there the last time. John Lineker can make cannot make the fight. He got sick for coronavirus. But now we have a chance to fight here one more time.
Yeah, and it seemed like you were able to, take a lot of that in stride, like the different cancellations and stuff like that. I think I saw an article saying that it made you almost mentally stronger. Like, what about those experiences made you mentally stronger, do you think?
I'm like, when you look at my background, where I come from jiu-jitsu, right? In jiu-jitsu, what you do, every week you compete. Sometimes the guy not can go, but you already there, you know what I mean? My mental strongest coming now is, he's supposed to come in, and he got sick, and he go through a lot of stuff right now. I'm here waiting for this guy for almost 2 years. That's the fight I want, 1 year, 2 years. I'm waiting for this guy, but always something happen, and that fight never happen. I'm here waiting one more time, and again, I'm mentally strong. I'm ready to go there, and everything I did, I still train, I still focus. That's make my mind more strong.
Yeah, and that's a good, way to handle it, I would think, there. And it seemed like you were able to have some fun in Singapore there with Coulter Gill and everything like that, and Colin. So it seems like some fun was had all the same.
Yeah, for me, with my guys, my coach, I love my coach. I always have a good time with my guys, but we're very professional. I mean, you come out there, we come for work, come do the job, and if nothing happened there, okay, let's go do something else, you know what I mean? But I'm a very professional what I do. I like my job, you know what I mean? And I like my coach. My coach is the best coach I have.
Yeah, for sure. And it's been a little bit since we've kind of talked about this fight here. And like the last time we were talking, it seems like you had a certain perception of John Lineker where he was almost like one-dimensional a little bit there and certain things of that nature. Is that still a sentiment you feel kind of heading into this fight here? Like the heavy punching power is like the big variable he kind of brings to the table?
100%. The way I think John Lineker try to deal with me, he go try defend, take it down, and he go try defend, take it down, and he go try his hot punch, and sometimes he go throw low kick there.
Yeah, and it seems like there's been a lot of bad blood heading into this one. I mean, you guys were supposed to even be on an event with that tagline there, a lot of different, trash talk in the last little while there. Is there going to be almost a sense of relief just getting out there and having the fight and then kind of putting the, banter and the bad blood, like the verbal warfare behind you, because you don't generally seem like you engage in that?
Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? Like in the last time he said, "Oh, baby, I want to come. Please, I don't have nothing with you. I want to fight for the belt." I said, "Bro, I'm here waiting for you. When you want to come in. I'm here waiting for fight you." He said, "Okay, next time we see each other." I said, "Whatever. I'm here waiting. When you come to me, I'm coming to me." But you know what? I don't think about a lot of blood anymore. You know what I mean? I want to go there and do my job and shut down everything and move forward for next.
Yeah, and obviously, not overlooking the opponent here, but you talk about, moving forward from this fight here, and, the last time we were talking, it seemed like even, a switch in the weight category could be enticing to you. Do you foresee that next fight being in the bantamweight division there, or would you maybe target the Adriano Moraes Yuya Wakamatsu winner at 1X more so?
My weight class now is becoming very interesting. A lot of guys coming now, and I'm very excited for that. I believe my bantamweight class is the hard weight class is there. You know what I mean? So many good guys, so much people, you know what I mean? But I can go up, fight the guys in the top, or I can go fight the guys in the bottom. For me, really, doesn't matter what is what I have to do in the moment. Because I know for Bibiano, I don't think, okay, fuck, I want the Mararis. Oh, I want the Gary Turner. Oh, I want somebody else. I don't think like that. I think what I have to do now for pass to this, it go for my next. That's what I look for. You know what I mean? After finish with the John Lineker, okay, what one championship do I have for me? That's the way I look life, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you want, if you too much energy, you lose, you know what I mean? Think about this, think about that. You have to focus what is more important, what is in front of you. That's the way I live my life. And that's the way I pick my challenge.
No, I mean, that's a good way to live, man. Has that been like a thread throughout your career in a lot of ways, like just having that, mentality there? Or have you had prior moments in your career where it almost felt like you were looking at like what was next too much and maybe not even like appreciating what was going on currently? Like, were there any moments like that, or have you always had this like hyper focused kind of approach?
Yeah, the big example now, John Lineker, I'm supposed to fight here, make the weight for this, you know what I mean? Like, make the fight. For this, I cannot control that. It's not supposed to happen. You know what I mean? But I have to move forward and see what is next now. Because I'm here right now, wait for my next challenge. For this, okay, here's one more time come. Okay, let's do this. For this, I get it what is there. Anything I can touch, I can see, is my control. Anything I cannot touch, I don't see, is not my control anymore. For this, everybody say, I want to fight Bibiano, I want this, I want that. For me, it doesn't matter. What is matter? When in the cage, when you face me, I face that. That's when the point. That's when it began. And one championship to promote the fight, that's good. You know what I mean? I'm glad for that fight happen. But again, some consequences happen. You know what I mean? Like consequences, I say, in previous, like it's supposed to happen, but don't happen. You know what I mean? And that's not my control. Again, I fight with a friend to me. If I can touch, I will deal with the situation. If I cannot see, if I cannot touch, I cannot see, I cannot deal with the situation.
Yeah, great attitude, and one that I think a lot of people could certainly borrow from there. But you were talking about how just deep the weight class has been in recent times, and that must be very exciting for you because you've been a fixture in the promotion for so long. I mean, many people see you as the most accomplished fighter in the promotion's history. So how exciting is it to, this far into the run with one championship to now be at a point where the division seems like, it's the most stacked it's been?
Wow, I worked for one championship for 10 years. Wow, that's crazy. And I've been champ for a long time for one championship. I believe I'm going to defend my belt for 12 times right now. And I'm pretty excited, I'm excited to see not only the athletes, but how the skill grow, how the company grow, you know what I mean? That's just pretty big out there. And Chatri, Matt, Rick, these guys do a great job there for the company and keep it going.
Yeah, and like we're talking about just, your 10-year run in the promotion, the 10-year anniversary show coming up relatively soon, later this month. Are you still thinking you're going to be in Singapore for that one? Like maybe check it out as kind of like a fan more so, or are you going to be heading back home and doing that more so?
I don't think so, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I wait, again, what happened because I have kids, right? And I have to take care of the kids, I have students. I have a lot of things to do, you know what I mean? Like for me, I love to compete. For sure I want to be there, but I have to have responsibility in life too, you know what I mean? For one championship, the last time I was there, he asked, you want to stay extra day? I said, I would love to stay extra day, but I have to go back home. I have to take care of my kids. I said, okay, no problem. You know what I mean? Like I have some responsibility I have to look after.
Well, that's super important, man. I mean, family definitely the most important thing. Are the kids going to be watching this upcoming fight, though, or is that not really something they engage in more so?
No, yeah, you can go watch 100%. You know what I mean? Kids, family, friends, everybody go watch the fight.
Getting like a group party together kind of thing, like people checking it out, having a fun time with it, that kind of deal?
Yeah, because what happened, when the fight, that's one thing. When the fight happened, I live in Canada, Vancouver, right? The fight happened here like 5:30 in the morning. For this, I believe a lot of people will sleep, some people go wake. You know what I mean? It's very interesting the way it is here.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Canada and Brazil, everybody go watch the fight for sure.
Yeah, and that's cool. I mean, we've talked about that before too, just the fact that you have such a strong swell of support in both Brazil and in Canada there. I mean, that must really, inspire you. I mean, you're motivated in a general sort of sense there, but that has to, feel good getting all that love.
I love my Canadian brothers, and I love my Brazilian brothers, you know what I mean? And Canada is very good with me, you know what I mean? Canada country, Canada people is pretty nice with me, and I really love this country. I love the people here. I love the culture, you know what I mean? I love it. I love everything about this country.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it's fun to see all of that stuff. But we talk about like people, looking up to you. It seems like there's still certain people that you very much hold in high regard. Like I saw that throwback photo with Rickson Gracie there. Like, how cool is that kind of dynamic? Just like whereby you're like an inspiration to these younger fighters now, like in a similar way to how you look up to Rickson. Is that like a humbling sort of thing? Is that a cool feeling? How would you characterize that?
I'm a very humble person, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm a very humble person, but I have the confidence in the fight. You know what I mean? And when I see Rickson Gracie, that's for me was my dream come true. The first time I see Rickson Gracie, I see Rickson Gracie in K1 Hero. I fight with Kid Yamamoto, and there was that scream, Bibiano, go get it. That was amazing, you know what I mean? That first time I see Rickson Gracie. The second time I see Rickson Gracie was in California. I don't know that year was. Maybe 2007, 2008. And we have a nice conversation, you know what I mean? And they say, oh, you're welcome, whatever you need for me, I'll be here. And some people have a big hero. For me, Rickson Gracie he is my big hero.
Yeah, I mean, just such a legendary fighter. So it was cool to see that there. But I mean, something else I saw on Instagram that I thought was curious. You quoted the infamous Bret the Hitman Hart, best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. Are you a bit of a wrestling fan there? Is that like some of the buddies in like Vancouver kind of showing you some wrestling? Like, what was the deal with that? I thought that was cool.
Do you know what do you say? What do you say there?
Yeah, it was an Instagram video that was quoting Bret Hart, his best there is, best there was, best there ever will be catchphrase. Are you a Bret Hart fan, I guess?
Yeah, you know what? I like wrestling. You know what I mean? Like I do. I don't. Yeah, I'm a fan. Yeah, I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's fun for sure. Like I definitely enjoy pro wrestling too. Has this build up been kind of like intriguing in that sort of sense? Just because there's been a little more of that like trash talk a little bit. I know we've been saying you're like a humble guy, and that's not usually your like forte in a certain sense, but does that appeal to maybe almost like a little bit of like a pro wrestling flavor, just in the sense of engaging in that back and forth banter more so? Like obviously different because you're going to be actually going out there and fighting in a live competition, but can you just maybe speak to the banter? Like, do you even look at it through that kind of perspective?
You know what? The pro wrestling, you have to promote the fight too. You have to help the company promote the fight. You know what I mean? You have to help the company promote the fight. But sometimes you have to talk to you. You don't have to be too humble, you know what I mean? Like, but have the confidence to talk about, okay, the guy says for you, oh, I'll go destroy you. You sure you want to destroy me? Come on, let's try. Maybe try. You can win, maybe, but destroy me, I don't believe it. I'm very tough, you know what I mean? If you think you're tough, okay, let's see. If you look at my history in the fight, if you look at my whole fight, I don't have no knockout, I don't have no fins, I don't have nothing. That means I'm a pretty tough fighter. It's not only I'm a pretty tough fighter, I'm an intelligent fighter. That's the people don't understand that. People think I have only jiu-jitsu, but I can drop it people too.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of an under-examined part of this fight too. Like obviously Lineker has a lot of power there, but I mean you have shown a lot of capable power in your strikes as well there. So I mean, do you have a certain like perception of this fight as far as the finish? Like would it be satisfying to kind of get that knockout just to kind of go against the broader perception, or does it not matter?
I'll tell something for you. When I fight, I have two things in my brain. Two things. I want to finish or I want to knock out that guy. That's the only thing go through my mind inside there. Before that, I think of so many stuff. But when you close the gate, I say, okay, it's me or you. You know what I mean? It's me or you. For this, I focus on two things. Knockout or finish.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you always bring that in a very exciting style, so not surprising that's the thought process there. But I do want to also be mindful of your time. I imagine this is quite busy for you with fight week kind of, getting going relatively soon and all that. So to that point, is there maybe anything you want to add as a parting thought as we're wrapping up, Bibi?
You know what? The only thing I want to say, guys, don't miss the fight. That fight will be very good. You know, I mean, good show in Singapore. I'm pretty excited. I represent the jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean, the grapples there. but I involved so much for this couple years for my mixed martial art. For this today, I'm a mixed martial art guy. You know what I mean? I learned a lot about the jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling, box. You know what I mean? Distance. For these guys, I'm here representing the mixed martial art, and I love it, competition. You know what I mean? This is one thing I really like about. And so people ask me, okay, baby, when you go stop fighting? You know what, brother? I'll keep fighting forever. You know what I mean? But I know I have to respect my body. When my body's still helping me, I'll still go do this because I really love what I do.
Yeah, for sure. So just, I mean, yeah, no, sorry, go ahead.
And be safe, everybody there. You know what I mean? Stay focused. You know what I mean? Stay away for drama and keep it move for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, don't be stuck in the emotion mindset.
Yeah, some great parting thoughts for sure. And this is going to be a great fight at one lights out. Really looking forward to peeping that March 11th there. Great co-feature with, you know, yourself defending your title against John Lineker, and just really appreciate you coming on the show once again, Bibby. So yeah, looking forward to peeping that, to reiterate. And yeah, you just enjoy the rest of your day, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Have a great day, and thanks so much one more time.